How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the AFC Wimbledon Road to Glory Career Mode. This is going to be episode number 38 of this series, and before we do get into anything, I want to thank you guys for all the support that you did give on the last episode. We managed to get over 70 likes, and if we can do the same on this episode, that would be greatly appreciated, guys. In this episode, we are going to be playing quite a few games. We're going to be having two very big games, actually. One in the Capital One Cup against Sunderland. They are actually currently drawing to Manchester United. Fingers crossed they end up beating Man United so that we can actually try and take 5th spot off of them. But that's besides the point. We're going to be having a game as well in the EuroLeague group stage against Saint Etienne. But the first game of the episode is going to be against Cardiff City in the Championship. Looking at the team selection that we do have, this just goes to show how deep our squad is compared to last season. We've really got strength in depth in a lot of positions. We're playing Miranda in this game. We're also playing Sears. Somehow, I do not know how, but Pickford is apparently in good form. He is just so terrible. He really is, or he certainly has been in these past few games. How on earth he's in form? That is just EA logic right there. And coming up against Cardiff City, they're currently 7th in the table on 15 points. Really, this game is a must-win game. If we don't get a win in this game, we could potentially drop all the way down to 8th if all the other teams get good results. However, we are the top scoring team in the Championship so far, along with QPR. We've scored 18 goals so far, and I think we can continue that in this game. Bit of a mistake there, and it's Soddy through. And what a save that is by Sears. That is a fantastic save. A big mistake by me, and that should have been 1-0 down to us. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was a crazy effort there by O'Keefe, and that could have gone into the back of the net. I guarantee if Pickford was in goal, that would have rebounded right off him into the back of the net. Instead, it comes off the back of Sears there, and it goes out for a corner. That is so lucky. And he's just the king of pace. He really is. And it's fallen here to Jenkins, who's turned his man and had a shot, but it's a good save, and it's cleared. Only as far as Jenkins, but it's cleared again. Very well there by O'Keefe. Now it's Miranda through to Tunga. And here goes Tunga. Trying to get the cross in. It's a good delivery. And a really good header. And what a save by the keeper. How on earth did he keep that header out from Devontae Cole? I do not know. Look at that. That has got to be one of the saves of the series so far, surely. But we still have a corner. We can do something from this. And we're going to pass it off to Devontae Cole, who almost scored. And it's actually Tunga who crosses it in. And it's Jenkins at the near post there who heads it into the back of the net. And that is a very, very good header at the near post there. Really good cross into the middle by Tunga. On his weaker right foot there. And that is a very good header. The keeper should have done better there though. So half-time has come and gone in this game. We played really well in that first half. We created numerous chances. And we could have easily been 2-0 up. Now they get it forward here. And it's going to be Harris trying to get it inside. It's a good cross. And along the ground, it does find their man. And he puts it into the back of the net. And that is going to be Craig Noon getting the goal. And I just remember him fondly as a player that did actually do quite well when Cardiff were in the Premier League. Now it's Gabriel Miranda through to Jenkins. Easily man of the match so far. Trying to get it into Billy King, who's turned his man. He's going to have a shot as well. And it's into the side netting. What a good opportunity that was. I'm going to get this one through. Tunga through to Jenkins, who's turned his man and had a shot. And another great save by the keeper. We've got to get it forward and soon. We're going to have to try and get it forward here to Zona Ali, the player with the worst first touch in the world. And we're going to try and cut inside. Play it here to Billy King, who's having a shot. And Billy King has won it for us in the 90th minute with a brilliant strike. What a finish by Billy King. That is exactly what we needed in the 90th minute. And that has surely won us the game. That was definitely coming. And that was literally the last touch of the game. We ended up winning the game 2-1. And that's all thanks to Billy King getting the goal late on in the game. And we are going to be having a bit of player training now. We're going to be training Clark. We're also going to be training Tunga and Sears. I'm not really too sure if I should train anyone else, but for the time being, these were the players that were suggested to be trained. And if you want me to train any players, do let me know in the comments down below. But we end up getting some okay-ish results from that one. Sears is very close to a 69. This guy is just hurting my brain. Like, I don't understand. He missed one game. That was the Cardiff game. He was unfit. I didn't want to play him in case he got injured because I know that Matthew Grimes is injury prone. And then he complains about his playtime. It just makes no sense at all. But now we are going to be having the next game of the episode here. It is going to be against Sunderland. And this is going to be in the Capital One Cup, I do believe. This is the team that we're going with for this game. It's a quite strong side, actually. Again, we're sticking Sears in goal. I'm blacklisting, what's his name, Pickford, because he's just not getting into the lineup for, let's say, the rest of his career, maybe. No, that's a bit of an overreaction, but he really did do terrible in that last episode. I don't want him to cost us in any more competitions. So this is the Sunderland team that we're going up against, and I don't think they've actually made too many changes. They're going with Danny Graham up front. They've got Gooch in behind him, and he is a very good young player, I have to admit. It's going to be Gooch getting it out wide, and he gets it into the middle, and it's a good header. And again, it's James Bree that gets out-jumped. I don't even understand why he doesn't just stand his ground and at least try and win the header. That's pathetic. It's just like a little nod forward. He's just like, yep, I'm not winning that header, so I'm just going to nod and pretend that I'm actually trying. So currently, I'm recording this game as the Manchester United game is finished against Sunderland. They've somehow won. I don't even know what happened. I didn't watch the game, but how on earth did Man United lose to Sunderland? So far in this game, we're 1-0 down. We really haven't done too well, and to be honest, there haven't been many chances on goal so far. Hopefully that does change in the second half, but to be honest, I've got a feeling Sunderland are going to win this one if it stays as it is. Wow, that should be a Michael Owen quote. Sunderland are going to win this one if it stays as it is. Just, why do I do this to myself? Jermaine Len's on the ball now, trying to cut inside, and has done quite well here, actually. And he's going to keep on going, and he's passed it inside. And there you have it. It's Cenk Tosun, I believe, who actually signed for Sunderland last year in my Road to Glory. I just remember that name so well. And he scored against me once again in this career mode. And now through to Armstrong. Look how pathetic Sunderland are. It's a bit like when West Brom played Peterborough. Just so defensive. But we're going to get the cross in. It's a good delivery. And Billy King, how could you miss that? That could have been the opportunity to get us back in the tie. And inside, Armstrong. Back here to Reeves, who has a shot. And that is a brilliant way to return from injury. He gets himself a goal in his first start back from injury. And maybe that's the goal that's going to get us back into this tie, but it's very late on. Is that going to give us the opportunity to go on and maybe get a draw out of this one? I'm not really too sure. And we end up losing that game 2-1. Jake Reeves' late goal was just a bit of a consolation in the game. It reduced the deficit, but it didn't mean anything in the end. And that's really disappointing, to be honest. We ended up losing the game 2-1. And I felt like we should have got more out of the game, to be honest. It was a very even game. And maybe a draw in this game would have been fair, even if Sunderland would have won it in extra time. Once again, we're going to simulate on forward here. And we're going to have the next game coming up here. But before we do that, we're going to see that Dion Clark wants to play in the next game. Okay, then. So we have a game here against Charlton in the Championship, but I am going to go ahead and sim this game. Currently, if we look at the league table, Charlton are in 21st place there, almost in the relegation zone. So I think it's worth us going ahead and simming this game. So we are going to go ahead and sim this match. Hopefully we can get a win. Although I am going with Pickford in goal just so he stays happy and he doesn't constantly complain that he's not getting into the team. We end up getting a 1-1 draw. Not the best, really. I would have expected a bit more from that, but Armstrong does get another goal. How can they call Navio a flop? He's done so much better than Zana Ali, and he's done a lot better than Pickford. He is not a flop whatsoever. He may be in bad form, but Jesus, honestly, EA are just seriously... They're just bumming off Pickford. They really are. So we're going to have some more player training here. Hopefully we can see a bit of growth in this one. And we do see that Sears has gone up to a 69, which is very good. Tunga is halfway to a 68, and so is Dion Clark. So now we are going to be having the third and final game that we're playing in this episode, and it is going to be against Saint-Etienne. This is going to be the team that we are going with for this game. And the only real change that we're making is Datkovic is coming out. And of course, after that Europa League shocker, really, from Pickford, we're going to be playing Sears over him. And like I've said in this episode so far, I want to be playing Sears a lot more. I think I could train him up to a really good goalkeeper. Once again, we're going to be playing away from home. And currently, we are bottom of our group. And obviously, we want to try and win against Saint-Etienne in this game. I'm going with quite a defensive outlet. I'm going to try and, you know, soak up possession and see where that sort of gets us. Waiting for that run. He's going to find it. Jenkins has done well. And look how well he's done here. He's going for a shot, and I didn't mean to shoot there, but it was an interesting effort. Let's put it that way. And he's really done well in this situation, actually. He's going to cut inside. And the deflection there. What a tackle. It took it away from him there. Now it's Jenkins playing it forward. And again. This is really good play here. And I'll be disappointed if this isn't a shot on target. We're going to have a shot. And Ruffier. It was a shot on target. That's what I wanted. But it's still not quite good enough. I'll tell you what this play style kind of reminds me of. A bit like West Bromwich Albion. Just kind of parking the bus and then hoping to nick it on the counter-attack. Oh, that's a really good pass, actually. And we're going to get it through to Ayama. And I think he's onside. He's going to have a shot. It's blocked off. Ruffier does very well there, though, to catch it. What an opportunity for Ayama. Now it's Payot on the ball once again into Clement. And he's got a bit of space here. And very unlucky not to score. Probably should have done. Oh, what a mistake that is. We're going to try and have a shot. Wow, how did we not score from that? That was a huge mistake there from Diamonde. And we really should have scored. I don't know how we didn't. That was a golden opportunity. And you look at that, we were clean through on goal. But Loic Perrin does very well, to be fair. So there we have it. We end up getting a 0-0 draw out of that game. Such frustration late on in that game. I just know we could have won it. But at the same time, I can't be too disappointed because we could have easily lost the game as well. But a 0-0 draw is something that I can't be too disappointed about. That's going to give us our first point in the group. And maybe that point is going to be the difference between us going into the next round and flopping in this tournament. Apparently, I have zero regrets as well on selling Roy Silva. I don't think that's the case for some reason. I just don't think so. Although Sears has been playing well, to his fairness, I do miss Roy Silva. But now that we've finished that game, this is going to be the end of this episode of this career mode. And if you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. In the next episode, we're hoping that we can improve even more. We're currently second in the league. And we're hoping that we can improve a lot with a lot of league games that we're going to be playing. We may also get to this EuroLeague group stage game, but we'll have to wait and see how far we get. We may still be in September, but I would be interested to know what players you think I should sign on a pre-contract deal. I know we've only pretty much just got out of the transfer window, but it's good to get those suggestions in early. Let me know who we should sign in the comments down below, but apart from that, guys, I'm going to have to leave it there. And I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.